Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Stadio Luigi Ferraris. Wayne Boyce and Stuart Robson with you for live Serie A action. 9th against 2nd, Sampdoria against Inter. Well, after winning their first 5 games of the season, it was beginning to look as though last season's shocking campaign was put well and truly behind Inter until last week's San Siro hammering by Fiorentina. Free-scoring Sampdoria, perhaps not the side to be facing given the defensive woes of last weekend, although Sampdoria themselves were defeated by Atalanta last week. Well, this is the results so far from this weekend. Empoli have beaten Sassuolo today, ending the one unbeaten record in Serie A. Carpi winners over Torino and a 1-1 draw in the Veronese derby between Chievo and Verona. But plenty of matches to get your teeth into across the BT channels this afternoon. Action from Juve, Lazio, Fiorentina and Milan at the San Siro, 7:45 tonight against Napoli on Europe HD. So let's take a look then at the two sides for this afternoon's game, starting with Sampdoria. Walter Zenga names an unchanged 11, so it is the same team that started at Atalanta last week. Inter tried to sign both Eder and Zukanovic in the summer to no avail. They'll be out to prove a point this afternoon. The former scored the winner here in March in Serie A's leading scorer this season with 6 goals in 6 appearances. Sampdoria have a real threat. So here's the Inter side then. Roberto Mancini sticking to his guns in terms of personnel despite shipping 4 last week. The only change is that enforced one, the Colombian Jason Murillo replacing the suspended Miranda. Mauro Icardi joined Inter from Sampdoria in 2013, while Freddy Guarin scored his first Serie A goal against today's opponents. Will Mancini though stick to the back 3 or revert to a back 4 again? Well, a return to the Marassi is always special for Roberto Mancini. He won Serie A here, the only time Samp ever won it in the 1990-91 season. The legend returns with his Inter side, and the match is coming up live right after this break. Massimo Ferrero, the larger-than-life club president of Sampdoria. Roberto Mancini, second spell in charge of Inter. Ended their drought of Scudettos in his last campaign here. Helped put Inter back on top domestically before, of course, Jose Mourinho took over and took it on a step further. Walter Zenga, 58 caps for Italy. Took over in the summer. Has won league titles with Steaua Bucharest in Romania and Red Star Belgrade in Serbia. And we're underway. Sampdoria in the traditional blue shirts, Inter in the changed all yellow. Both teams coming off defeats. A crucial afternoon for them. Sampdoria now a victory could potentially take them into the top 5, particularly with Sassuolo's shock defeat at Empoli. Inter looking to really pile the pressure on Fiorentina ahead of their game against Atalanta later by moving 3 points ahead of them. Pereira. Sampdoria on the front foot here immediately.
Well, he'll need a good game. The youngster, Pedro Pereira, the Portuguese youngster. Had a really difficult evening against Atalanta. Does well there on the overlap. It's Correa that was brought down initially. He's got to have a big game as well, Correa. He's taken off 15 minutes to go against Atalanta. Just didn't affect the game enough.
Correa will take it. Muriel trying to find some space in there. It's gone all the way through. Handanovic slow to come down, and in the end there was an Inter touch on it, and it's another Sampdoria corner. It's Mesba. Now Muriel. Correa. Muriel, neat flick to Correa, who lines it up, goes for goal and forces the save from Handanovic. Terrific effort from Carlos Correa. It's Melo. Palacio. Tellez went outside him, but he plays in the cross instead. Oh, and it's over the top from Guarin. The Sampdoria defence completely fell asleep, and suddenly Kondogbia was in acres of space. The touchback for Guarin, and he's rifled it high and over the top. Sam can break again. Here's Correa, goes for goal. Correa must score! Well, that has to be the miss of the season. Got the fortune of the ball finding its way past Handanovic, who made a good save initially, but how on earth has Carlos Correa missed this? Mesba. Across, Mesba gets the cross in. Oh, the header is just wide from Muriel. Lovely play by the Algerian Jamal Mesba, and had that been on target from the Colombian striker, Samp would have been in front. There's been a goal at the Friuli. Antonio Di Natale putting Udinese in front against Samp's city rivals Genoa. Just 2 minutes into the second half. Ball fed across and it's in! And we have the opening goal here. Luis Muriel gives Sampdoria the lead. Just seconds after putting that header wide, he made no mistake this time. And the Colombian fires home his third goal of the season. Nails header. Sent on to Guarin. Here's Melo. Things stay as they are. Fiorentina will remain top ahead of the visit of Atalanta this evening, and a chance to go 3 points clear. Santon's cross in, they're queuing up for it in there for Inter. Icardi! Well, they're claiming handball, and it's being touched in anyway by Perisic. First goal for Inter, and it's an equaliser. And could that be the building block for Inter to go on and win this game? And it has finished 1-1. Both sides beaten last weekend, but they have both responded with good performances. Samp impressive on the counter, went in front through Luis Muriel on 50 minutes. But 15 minutes from time, Ivan Perisic popped up with his first goal for Roberto Mancini's Inter. Luis Muriel thought he may have won the game. It is a point that takes Inter to the top of the Serie A table, but highly likely for only a few hours, because if Fiorentina beat Atalanta later on, then they will return to the top of the table with a 2-point advantage. Really was a terrific advert for Serie A this afternoon at the Stadio Luigi Ferrara. Walter Zenga hopeful of picking up the 3 points, but in the end had to be content with a single point. It was an afternoon of missed chances and opportunities. We've had one of the misses of the season here from Carlos Correa, the Argentinian, who somehow contrived to miss an open goal. And how crucial that miss proved to be. Hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have. From myself, Wayne Boyce, and Stuart Robson, Samp 1, Inter 1. It's goodbye.